The Big Island real estate numbers for April are out, and we'll be going over those coming up next. Hey, what's going on, friends? Dylan Nonaka here with the Buy Big Island market update. So we got the numbers for April 2019, and we're going to jump right into those and take a look at what's going on in the market. All right, here we go. So again, as always, this is April 2019 versus April 2018. So we're comparing the numbers month to month. And initially looking at this, it's like, whoa, what's going on here? There is a big drop in dollar volume and median price, and no change in current units, right? So there was 46 units sold this year in April, and there's actually 47. So it's not showing a percentage difference, but just about the same amount of homes sold last year as they did this year in April. But a big drop in dollar volume and a 20% drop in median price. And so I dug a little bit deeper into that and looked at the actual homes that sold and what the price points were, and a very interesting dynamic last year versus this year. But we're seeing this as a trend over the last couple of months, is that we keep talking about this lower level of inventory in Kona that's available, with a lot more homes under 500,000, a lot more available under 600,000. And so those are primarily what is selling. And what had happened was, is if you look at 2018, out of the 47 homes that sold, 30 of them were over $800,000. So the vast majority were over 800,000, and then only about 17 were under 800,000. But if we look at this year in 2019, the opposite is true. So there was 30 homes that were sold, actually 29 homes that were under 800,000, and only 17 that were over 800,000. So a lot more homes sold in that lower price range, which doesn't really mean that there's a shift in market value. It's more a shift in the type of inventory that's available. And we've been seeing that recently, that there is a lot more inventory in that under 700 range. And a real interesting piece of the data this month was that there wasn't any homes sold in the $700,000 range. So there were homes sold up to the 690s, and then there were homes sold above 800. But this month in 2019, or in April 2019, there were not any homes sold in that $700,000 price range. There was a big jump between that lower inventory price range and then the higher stuff. So that's primarily what contributed to this dollar volume and median price decrease. Average days on market went up a little bit, 19% to 93 days, but we've been seeing that that's been pretty steady in terms of where market value, or where average days on market usually lies. And the final list of sold price went down 5%. So this is one of the lower numbers that we've seen, 86% final list of sold price, but that market fluctuates around 90%. And we've been seeing that pretty consistent over the last year or so. The condo market, on the flip side, continues to be on fire. So 59 units sold in April, and that's up 16%. 30 million in volume, up 9%. $370,000 median price, which is up 10%. So the condo market continues to be strong, and again, that's driven by the housing market being strong. The condo market is what is left as affordable, and so a lot more people are focusing on buying condos instead of homes. And then 88 days on market, which is up 57%, which is a lot versus last year. So it took a little bit longer to sell, but we're still under that 3-month period from list to sold. And then final list to sold price, 95%. We've been seeing that pretty steady. That's up 2%, not a big change there, but the condo market is always in the low 90s there for the last few months. And then land, and again, all over the place, but huge volume increase, 99%, because we do have the resort developments that are selling off, $2 million lots, which skew that significantly if a couple of those sell in any given month. So big drop in days on market to 133. So land is still taking a while to sell, but interesting is the final list of sold price. So even on those higher end lots, we're seeing a decrease in what people are paying versus what they're listed for. So a decrease in 10% to 78% final list of sold price. So this is the Kona market, and then we'll go next to the total Big Island market, and things are a lot more stable if you take the entire Big Island into account as opposed to just the Kona market. So homes wise, 208 units sold across the whole island, which is up 5%. And dollar volume was down a little bit, down 3% to 110 million, but still pretty steady. And then median price again continues to rise. We see that across the board in the Big Island data is that the median price continues to creep up. So 10% increase from last year. And then average days on market pretty steady, up 5% to 86 days on market. So still under that 3-month period for average days on market. And then final list of sold price at 87%, which is down 5. So again, that is down a little bit, but pretty steady, close to 90%, which is what we're usually seeing. And then the condo market, again, pretty much driven by that Kona market because it's such a big chunk of the condo market is in Kona. 108 units sold, which is up 20% from last year in the condo market. And then the dollar volume is about the same at 62 million as it was last year, just up 2%. But median price is way up 23% to 400,000 across the board in the condo market. And we do have some higher end condos coming on the market in the resort areas that drive that up a little bit. But definitely showing that the condo market continues to be very strong right now. And the average days on market, 91 days, so up 7%, but still pretty steady as what it normally is. And then final list of sold price, 94%, almost the same as the Kona market. And then land, we continue to see that land market slow down on the Big Island. 160 units sold, that's down 34% from a year ago. But interesting thing is the dollar volume is up, and again, that's primarily driven by those high-end pieces of land, those $2 million pieces of land that drive up that dollar volume, which skew the data a little bit. But median price is down 3% to 18,000, and we see it hovering around there. That's normally where the median price is because you gotta balance off the high end stuff with the stuff in Ocean View and Lower Puna that sells for under $15,000 an acre. And then days on market up 11% to 156 days, and 81% final list of sold price, which is down 5%. So again, nothing real huge here. There was that little blip in the Kona housing market that looked odd, but when I dug a little bit deeper into the data, it was what I expected, that there was just kind of a anomaly where you have a lot more lower end homes selling, which is skewing that median price down. And we saw a lot of higher end homes sell a year ago in that same time period. So if you have any questions, as always, just reach out. You can always email us at dylan@buybigisland.com or reach out in the comments below. And if you need any specific information about your area, we're happy to provide that. But that's the market update for April, and I'll see you guys next month with the May numbers when they come out. Have a good day, and thanks for watching. See you guys next month. Aloha.